Sorry, Clr Lambert on the red lights. I apologize, sorry.
Thank you. Through you, Mr. Chair. I want to thank staff very much for the research and information they've been giving to me this week and in the last month regarding the red light camera proposal. I am in support in principle of red light cameras because they are a very good way to reduce physical injury and increase the safety aspects of intersections, but I'm not in support of the one that's proposed for Trafalgar and Derry later this year. And the reason why is that for anybody around the council table now and in the room, that particular intersection is very, very high in volume. And I think it's partly because we do not have Britannia Road widened as yet. I would be in full support of a red light camera at the Trafalgar and Derry intersection after Britannia Road has been widened. For that reason, I cannot support a current red light camera going at that intersection. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Any further discussion? Councillor Elgar.
Yes, through you, Mr. Chair, that in fact is one of the key rationales for having red light cameras at intersections with high volumes. Trafalgar and Upper Middle Road in Oakville is a good example where there's a high volume intersection and unfortunately there's a significantly high number of violations at that intersection, which tells me there is a strong potential for injury. So those are how the locations are selected based on criteria, volumes and accident history, and the object obviously is to reduce serious injury accidents. So that's why that location was selected.
And that is why one of the
Yes. Those are the top 5 next candidates, top 5 regional next candidates that we would install red light cameras at in 2013. Those are the top 5.
Councillor Best.
It's just the red light cameras right now, where there is, I believe it's Trafalgar and Dundas has one. And could you give me an idea of the count that you had in the first quarter of 2012?
Through Mr. Chair, there are two red light camera intersections operational. The one in Oakville at Trafalgar and Upper Middle Road has approximately 120 violations, which is almost one a day. The one at Brant Street and Highway 5, although we expected more, there's been far fewer. I'm going to say in the order of 10-ish, something like that. So quite surprising at Upper Middle and Trafalgar, but clearly an area that needs some focus to reduce potential injuries. Thanks.
And Councillor Lambert.
Thank you. Just to, on the earlier reason why I'm not going to support a camera at that particular intersection, research has shown that at the immediate installation of a red light camera, correct me if I'm wrong, Mitch, but at the immediate installation of a red light camera, the amount of rear-end collisions increases. And in my discussions with staff, this has been confirmed, and that's my concern, that the amount of volume there of cars at this particular time, I think, and the research showing that the amount of rear-end collisions will increase concerns me. So that's why I would like to do it after Britannia Road has been widened and the volume will decrease. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, that brings us to... Oh, Councillor Best.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. As the committee members know on Planning and Public Works, I am slightly biased in this situation. And Councillor Lambert may be right. It might be more rear-end collisions. Well, whose fault is that? Is the person not following traffic and obeying the law? Well, unfortunately, the real need for red light cameras is because people are not obeying the law. There's one thing, I talked to any police officer over the last 5 to 10 years, they've seen a complete lack of responsibility and courtesy. We already had one fatal accident on Trafalgar Road, possibly due to people not paying attention. And that's one concern I have with people. When you go through a red light or you go through a stop sign, you are committing not only a traffic accident, you're committing a potential fatal accident. And if this is one way, as staff have recommended, to alleviate that and Trafalgar and Upper Middle is far busier than Trafalgar and Derry. I would encourage the council to approve this motion, and if it is a problem in the future, to take it out. But in the meantime, I requested put it in because that area is growing. There is more traffic. No matter anytime the 401 backs up, you get people, and that's what we're seeing throughout the region, cases of road rage, because people are not, having the responsibility to merge into traffic properly, disobeying lights and traffic signals. And this is something that I hope staff could monitor this with the police, because what we're seeing a lot more of is aggressive driving in all streets, which really concerns me, where it's not just, property damage to cars, it is fatal injuries.
Thank you very much.